Mm. Hey y'all. So finally, I didn't know what was going on with my sound. So come on in. So finally, hey y'all. I didn't know what was going on. So finally, there it goes. I didn't know what was going on with my sound. So come on in. Hey y'all. Why is it monitoring? Okay. Okay. If you can hear me, say hello or something. I was trying to make sure I was live on all platforms before I just got started talking. Can y'all hear me okay? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Okay, second. Technology is crazy. Okay. Feels. Okay, I'm just looking for a chat. I mean a download to share, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I can't find it right now, but I'll drop it if you guys need it later. So, yeah, thank you for coming on here to chat with me. So tonight I just wanted to basically um just talk about a few things, one for business owners. So mainly, I just try to give business strategy and business tips and money tips to small business owners. So it's just a few things that was on my mind that I just felt like I need to come on here and share and wanted to share, especially like with some of my clients as we're nearing the end of the year, going into a new year. So first things first, I know the BOI was an important conversation. It was a talk for a very long time. So basically you do not have to file it by January the 1st. Now that goes to show, like I did have some clients call me once they heard about it. And just because you don't have to file it doesn't mean you won't ever have to file it. Right now it's on pause. There is litigation going on of some sort. So we don't know what that's gonna look like after the litigation is over. So in that case, I do recommend to file it. DM me if you would on any platform, if you would like for me to drop a guideline. I was trying to pull that guideline up and it's not allowing me to now. If I remember, I'll do it at the end of this chat. I won't keep you too long, but I kind of wanted to give some tips, like some common themes that I've been seeing with some of my clients and just um trying to encourage you guys. Like running business is more than about sales and money. It's all about like how you survive or thrive through, your business and your mindset, right? So I just kind of want to give some tips and just stuff that I've been seeing and kind of like help some of you guys out that may struggle to get to the next level, whether it's scaling or just growing in general or just hopping out there. And the first thing I wanted to talk about is like, how do you show up yourself when you don't like yourself or right now you're not happy with yourself? Sometimes it's kind of hard to when you have to do stuff as relates to growth or being consistent or just showing up. Sometimes it can be difficult to show up when you're not happy and full of yourself or your best version of yourself, and that can hinder you. And that shouldn't stop you from showing up or trying, because you never know when you can find yourself in that spot, or you can find what you're looking for. Like if you're always sad or trying to figure out what your passion is, for example, in those moments, it's like better that sometimes it could be those tough moments where you actually find out, like, hey, this is what I really want to do, or hey, this is what I can do in my business. And I'll just give you a couple examples of sometimes I like want to go live, or and I'm just like, I'm not up for it right now. I'm not in my best space. I'm not, but that's basically you like putting your purpose off because you don't feel like you can show up. Like, how can I show up for someone else if I can't even show up for myself? Sometimes you showing up on social media, or you showing up for yourself or someone else, or you showing up for someone else could be you showing up for yourself to make yourself better, come out of the funk, or just figure out like if you're stuck somewhere, if you're stuck in your business, you never know who you may encounter, or who you may help you what it is that you're needing, right? So that's just one tip. And another thing that I wanted to talk about, especially when it comes to social media or just marketing or branding or putting yourself out there, or just talking to people when it comes to your business, not even just about marketing itself. It could just be about you having a business meeting, or you having a certain conversation that needs to be had in your business. Like, look at something, and if you always say, hey, I'm shy, I don't know how to do it, I don't like talking in front of people, think about, are you shy or are you intimidated, right? So it's two different things of just being shy, like childlike, like, hey, I don't want to be seen, or, and I don't even know if I can, if my sound is working. I hope so. Okay, but yeah, so I don't know, back to what I was saying about being shy or intimidated. Intimidation could is a form as well of like being fearful, and it was something that I read the other day. Let me see if I could pull it up. Or you just not being confident in yourself. And it's like sometimes I can just speak to that and say like, oh, I always say like, oh, when I meet someone, like feel frightened or nervous because of someone or something. Okay, that's what I saw. Like I was looking at this sermon online, and it was kind of talking about the difference between being fearful, or like the fear of God and the fear of man. And the fear of man is actually intimidation. And when I saw that, I was like, that's definitely something like I got to talk about, because I know I used to always say, hey, I'm shy, but everybody in the world knows that I'm not shy. However, when it's something that is new that I'm doing, or new people that I'm coming across, and I don't know how they act, or I don't know how I'll be, taken or whatever, I can tend to come off as timid. And I kind of like link that with shy. And it's like, no, you're not shy. You just, are you fearful of men? Like in this moment, like what is intimidating you about this group of people that you're around? Like, what is it that's making you not be your true self? So I kind of want you guys to like know that when you are running a business, because one thing about business, and that's one thing I can say, like when it comes to business, I'm not shy at all, because I'm pretty confident in that area. So when it's time for me to talk to like bankers and CEOs, or, like pitch my business, it's kind of something that I feel like I don't come off as shy with. Like I may be in a social setting, and it's because I'm confident. So if you link the two together and realize like, hey, I'm not really shy, or I'm not really timid, I'm just not confident right now in this space. So practicing on being confident and knowing like don't let being shy or intimidated stop you from like being your best self in 2025. So let's just like rename that theme and kind of like talk about like how you gonna show up in 2025. Don't be shy, don't be intimidated. You never know like what you're leaving behind by like being scared. Like, and if you're scared of failure, like who cares? Fail, and after a week or so or a couple of days, no one will notice, no one will remember, and you can go on to the next thing. So that's the second tip I wanted to give. Um, the third tip that I wanted to give, and this has been very common, like with I want to say one of my clients right now, is basically you have to, and I'll go somewhere else, but basically you have to be willing to listen to experts, right? So if you are in business or you're trying to get in business, and you have this idea, whether it's in a place where you are, confident in your business or confident in yourself, that's fine, or you've heard something from other individuals, I would still kind of say make sure that if you're listening to an expert, you're paying an expert, like don't go out and pay all your money to someone if you're not going to trust them. Like don't pay someone just to say, I have a graphic designer or I have a CFO or, I have someone helping me with my YouTube, whatever the case may be, just make sure that you're trusting expert and you're listening to experts when they're trying to give you advice because they may help you get further quicker than you trying to do it on your own. Um, so another tip that I want to give to my business owners going into 2025 is practicing gratitude. So I know a lot of times we kind of, and I want to make sure, yeah, I know a lot of times we kind of want what's next, or we're kind of looking for what's next, whether it's in our business and our personal life. Even sometimes when it comes to making a lot of money in your business, you're thinking it's going to help you in your personal life, or you're thinking like, hey, I'll be able to buy this or go here, and you're not really practicing where you are. And just always remember where you are today, you prayed or you wanted to be here in the past. So in the past, you were always waiting for this moment. And I kind of like kid a lot with myself when it comes to this, because it's just like anytime I accomplish something or tackle something or regardless of the case, whatever it is, anytime I'm always saying, okay, what's next? Or, and it's because what it is you're thinking that certain roles, and I can just speak to myself, thinking that certain roles or certain experiences will give me happiness. And it's like, no, true joy comes from within. It doesn't come from any accomplishments, any business deals. Like I could be like super excited about something with my client or, like getting a new client. Like when I want to get a new client, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this high value client. I've been waiting on this all year. And then once I get it and pop a bottle and celebrate, it's kind of like, okay, what next? So I want you guys, like, if you are running business, to practice gratitude. Like practice gratitude and standing where you are and just like living in that moment and like just appreciating it and taking it in. Because tomorrow, even if you elevate, you're gonna still miss where you were in current state. You're still gonna miss like the days where you didn't have to travel all the time for work and you could just work from home and, get on social media and talk. So practicing gratitude is something that a tip that I want to give in 2025 for my business owners. And then the next thing that I wanted to talk about is, let's just see. Another tip that I wanted to talk about is, and I'm not, of course, like, I don't know if something, I don't know, maybe no one is watching or maybe no one is interacting, but I'm not getting much interaction. So if you have a question, just drop it and I should be able to see it. And if not, I'll answer it later. But another thing is I wanted to talk about is the American dream. And it kind of just goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about with practicing gratitude is with the American dream, we always feel like we're kind of the same thing I was just saying. We're striving for the house with the picket fence, with the husband, with the child, with the car. And it's almost like don't lose yourself or don't become so heavily invested in debt or don't risk too much by trying to live the American dream because what is the American dream when you have so much debt attached to it, right? What is the American dream when you have kids and a family and you're not getting along with them, right? So try to practice gratitude and with your American dream, make your American dream what it is to you. So like figure out what that dream is for you, for your business particular. So let's go back to business, for example. If you know you have a business and you're starting your business and you're saying, I'm starting this business because I basically want to stop working my 9 to 5, right? So if that's why you're starting a business and you're knowing that that's your goals and that's your American dream, that's fine to be there. As you grow and you elevate, it may be like, hey, if I could do this, now I'm stop working my 9 to 5. Now I want to be a billionaire. Like it's okay to just because you met one goal to not reach so much into running into trying to get this American dream of I have to be a millionaire tomorrow, because then you could take all of the joy and all of the happiness out of you accomplishing that goal of, let's just say, leaving your 9 to 5 to be able to like do hair, right? So you left your 9 to 5 and now you're doing hair. And it's just like you begin like, hey, I'm not happy. I don't feel this. I'm not making enough money. Or, I don't see how I made 100,000 and I don't have any. Try to stick to your goals and your plans to say, maybe I'm not happy because I'm trying to live out someone else's American dream. Maybe I've turned something simple into me just not wanting to work 9 to 5, where I see other hairstylists with the big salons and I'm thinking I have to have that. So try to not do that so much in 25 and just focus on what your goal is, what your American dream is, and create that by yourself. Your American dream doesn't have to look like what everyone else's American dream looks like, right? So that's just something else I wanted to talk about. And I'll just give one more because this is just how I'm feeling tonight. Like the other stuff is like it doesn't go too much deeper, but it talks about business strategy and companies and all of that. But one more tip. So the fifth tip that I want to give you in going into 25 as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, even if you work a job and you're a real estate agent or you are an accountant for a firm and you're not the owner, this is still applies for you if you have goals. Don't let distractions throw you off. So like I wanted to go live yesterday and my day was like so like really bad. And looking back, I can just say it wasn't bad. As I thought. I was just in my head, and it's still always prayer. But yesterday I changed everything. So I had a team meeting with my team last night and I canceled it. So now they have to be with me for 2 hours tomorrow evening because I just couldn't pull myself together. And then I also didn't go live, right? And then I was stuck doing homework until midnight. Homework was due at midnight. I hit submit at midnight just because I was distracted by an event that happened. And yes, it's okay to feel emotions when something happens, but sometimes don't get so distracted where you just like want to give it all up. Like you have plans to shoot content for your business and then something happens that's a distraction and you give up. No, learn how to still reach your goals or set forth to try to accomplish your goals, even if that in that moment it doesn't feel good. Just try to push through. And then when you get home that night or when you're done or when you push in on that live, then that's when you kind of like, let's just say, deal with those emotions or figure out like how to get over it. Or you may realize that you doing what you intended to set out to do in the first place may have made you feel better. It may have made you say, hey, yes, this feel really bad, but doing this made me feel better. So now you got a new way to cope with something that may be sent as a distraction for you. So that was just like my fifth tip that I wanted to tell my business owners that are struggling to grow because of your marketing and you're not like advertising, and social media is literally free marketing. And that's what I wanted to kind of like, I'll just end there. It's free marketing because you don't have to pay for ads. You don't have to pay for commercials. We're blessed to be in a time where you can literally get on any platform, show your face or not show your face, show your business or not show your business or the brand, like you being the brand. Regardless of what you choose to do, you have something free that allows you to grow without someone else being in control of that. That's why so many, I want to say, artists and reality TV shows. That's why so many of them are becoming popular, because they don't have to go through a channel of VPs or people giving them the red light, I mean the green light to go before they become famous or before they become successful, because they have the opportunity to control their own destiny. They can get on a platform and show who they are, show their true personalities without having to go through somewhere else to say, oh yeah, he just doesn't kick it. Like he's cool, but he's nerdy. Or oh, she's smart, but she's ghetto. We don't have to go through those channels anymore to grow our businesses. Or we don't have to pay for, yes, you can pay for Facebook ads. Yes, there's still such thing as commercial, but then we're also on these free platforms where society is right in our face, where you can just be social and get everything you need to do done with your business, or every piece of advice you need to get out, every piece of education you need to get out to your clients or whatever the case may be. So that's all I wanted to share. There was just some top of the mind thoughts that I wanted to share with you guys into running your business and going to 2025. If you want to be successful, you have to do it. Nobody's coming to save you. Like, yeah, you may get lucky, and I pray that you do. And I pray that God blesses you without you having to do much and you just pray. But sometimes it doesn't work for all of us. Sometimes God is saying, like my sister told me last night, sometimes God is saying, collaborate, like collaborate with me. So or you you start and then I'll finish, or you show me and then I'll come help you. So in some instances, no one is coming to save you. You can only save yourself. And if you want it, you have to go get it. If you're miserable, choose not to be. Oh, you have to keep this job because you have to pay your bills. Live below your means. Um, Cut it off. Go get a cash car. Go live with your mom. Reinvent yourself. Like so many situations that we put ourselves in, and we're just scared, and we're needing that one piece of advice, that one word to save everything. It may not come, and it may be within. So keep trying, but at least start with these 5 tips that I gave you about, and I'll repeat them really quickly without going into detail. Practicing gratitude. You have the power to create your own American dream. Someone else's American dream may not be yours. Um, Sometimes you have to show up as yourself even when you don't like yourself, and you'll reinvent yourself during the process. Think about when you tell people that you're shy, are you really shy or are you just intimidated? Intimidation is the fear of man, and we should not be scared of anything. Like, you scared to go live. Why? Because of what somebody gonna say about you. What can you say about them? Or what can they say about themselves? Don't be intimidated. Just do you. The next tip is you have to be willing to listen to experts. And I'm saying this probably as I had to go through this with one of my clients this week. If I'm your CFO and I give you a strategy, you take that strategy and you run with that strategy. It may not be the extravagant plan that you're looking for, but if you have an expert, or if that you don't even consider them an expert, but you hire them to do a job, you trust them. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like, and with myself, like I do that as well, where I hire someone to do something for me, but then I feel like I know what's best. And it's like, no, they're the experts. So trust the experts. And then the last thing is, do not let distractions throw you off, because the more you let distractions throw you off, the longer it takes you to reach your goals or get through to your plan. So I'll let you guys go, and you have a great evening, and I'll see you guys soon.